Brits are being idiots. Well, hello, you gorgeous donuts. I feel like for years now, British people have been falling off. I feel like we're losing brain cells on a daily basis, at least a large proportion of us. So I thought in this video, we're going to take a look at some examples of this. Genuinely, the further we get into this video, the more embarrassed we're going to be on behalf of British people. Say, classic. First one. You know, bang, you're gone. Was it worth it, love? Was it worth it? By the way, how many things is she selling on Vinted? That's got to be like a full-time self-employed business right now. Some are doing all right. See, this is the type of Vinted seller that I actually want to buy from. You know, the conditions, the terrain. It doesn't stop this woman. She's going to deliver my second-hand socks pronto. I don't order second-hand socks off Vinted. Don't know why that was the first thing that came into me mind. Now I look like a weirdo just to sniff them. It's not.
The mum on OF, yes or no?
Nah, we're good.
Listen, I want my mum to make money. My mum works a normal job, innit? I want my mum to be financially free. So she can make a quick 50 bags and then consistently a couple of grand a month. Like, why not?
Oh, come on. Come on. Putting your own mother on OF, you know, like, with it being your idea as well. Like, if she came to you, you know, as a mother coming to a son, as, you know, many people have experienced, and they ask you, can you please set me up on OnlyFans to take my photos? Then... nah, still then it's weird, actually. Why are you helping your mother? This is not a family business. Okay, this is one thing that shouldn't be a family business. I've heard that behind the scenes too much, where, you know, OF accounts are a family business, and it just kind of rubs me the wrong way. Look at him, like, showing the camera as well. He's like, isn't me mum fit? God, wouldn't you like to buy her stuff? Wouldn't you? Ooh, who wouldn't, right? I've done it. Hopefully not. That would be, you know, bad if he's trying to give her first sale. Just get her off the ground. Just stop it all together, Bevo. You know, you're getting us, you're tying us a knot here, fella.
Oh, everybody. Listen to song. It may be quite right. Now that it's quiet, I hope you don't mind.
Bro, in the middle aisle of Aldi as well. Oh my god. Bailey J. Mills. 99. I do wish I had your confidence, love. Honestly, if I was walking down the middle aisle of Aldi and someone was doing this, I'd be like, come here. There you go. That's a high five, by the way, not a slap. That'd be a bit harsh. Is there Aldi in America? I was going to say to Americans, Aldi is like, you know, our favourite supermarket over here. But I think, is there? I don't even know. I definitely don't think it's as popular as what it is over here. Okay, prepare yourself. I think we've met the final boss of British people here.
This is a put a finger down challenge. Absolute badass edition.
Alright.
Put a finger down if you swear at babies and don't even care. That's obviously me. Put a finger down if once when you had this fight, you just started laughing like a maniac while dodging punches.
Sorry, I thought we were friends here. This is the type of conversation I would have at an afters, and I would just be trying to get away from. You know, like, it's 3 AM, someone's telling you how tough they are. It's like, I just want to go home, mate. You know, I'm just absolutely knackered. Don't want to listen to this right now. I do want to, like, tread lightly on eggshells with this, because I do think this guy could end my life. He is called the Furious Wolf as well. Anyone that swears at a baby, you know, like, willingly as well, like, doesn't, you know, a baby, like, punches them and they go, oh, f off my, oh, a baby, my bad, sorry, just, you know, natural reflexes. But someone that actually, like, goes up to a baby in a pram and goes off, just not gotta try that actually sounds kind of fun. It's not really the type of person I want to be hanging around with, or the type of person that laughs uncontrollably in a fight, like they're Heath Ledger in The Dark Knight.
Put a finger down if you low-key have anger issues so bad you just start punching metal for fun.
No, I don't think I have done that. Punching metal for fun? No, I don't think I have, actually. I need to try that. That should be one of my new hobbies. I will take that up.
Guilty as charged. Put a finger down if you just low-key don't care and you're just low-key a alpha. Put a finger down.
I don't think you are low-key, my friend. I do think you're an alpha, right? I'm not going to put you down on that one. But low-key is kind of like, you know, you don't really tell people, isn't it? It's kind of like on the down low. Like, you're just kind of like, yeah, I'm just an alpha. I don't need to tell anyone about it. When you're telling people, it's kind of high-key.
If you're the alpha of your friend group and you just dominate and tell everyone what to do.
To be fair, that is the only one that I do agree with, the Furious Wolf on. I always choose when we eat when we go out, okay? So I'll slap your buttocks on that one, Furious Wolf. If you're asking. Just saying, the offer's here, Mr. Wolf. What time is it, Mr. Wolf? Butt spanking time. Actually, I'm going to retract that statement. I don't want that out there. I'm just, you know, it's like a Ouija board, I guess. You've got to close it. You know, I don't want to leave it open. Don't know what could happen.
I'd love someone to come and lick this barbecue sauce off me like I'm a massive barbecue rib.
No, you're alright, son. You're alright. It's a no. Thank you. You're not through to the next stage. I mean, if it was mayo, right? At least I would have, listen to you. But not barbecue sauce. It's too intense, man. Far too intense. Bit of salad. You know what? Actually, no sauce. I'm just trying to be nice. There is no sauce in the world that I would do that for. I do think it is amazing that people have free will. And people, he's literally just decided to rub himself in barbecue sauce and rub it somewhere else and decide to lick it and then post that to the internet. Humans are great that they can do what they want within reason. I mean, he's not really hurting anyone, apart from my feelings, but that's fine. That happens all the time. That's alright. I can get my feelings hurt. But physically, hopefully, it doesn't seem to be hurting anyone. So carry on your little hobby. But I'm just gonna scroll. Thank you very much. Imagine putting your balaclava on to scream through some letterboxes, man. I mean, it is kind of funny if you see it once. Is it? I don't even know. Why you put a balaclava on? Do you really think you're going to get sentenced to jail for shouting through someone's letterbox? Unless something happened to them, and then I guess you've kind of manslaughtered them. Imagine finding out this is what your fella does with his free time. Also, what does Jack do? Like, just for work and stuff? Oh, he doesn't work, but he does, shout through some letterboxes at 3 a.m. He's got a hobby. He's got a hobby. That's the main thing. I just want to know how I would react if someone shouted through me letterbox. I would like to think that I'd be hard as out, but then I would kind of just think I was in a horror movie and freak the out.
So when I win the lottery, first thing I do is buy LinkedIn and just turn it off.
I am here for that. Genuinely, I don't know. This is a martyr though. Like, I don't know how much it would cost to buy LinkedIn, but the fact that this man genuinely would just buy it and turn it off with all of his winnings. This guy is incredible. I do think it is one of the worst apps. I remember I downloaded it once just to see what was going on over there because I was thinking there's some content in it. It just seems like it's a lot of people bragging about like doing just kind of normal things, I guess. Like they just brag about their work, whereas most people just work and then just kind of, go home. They have to like tell people about it, and I guess it is good that you're proud of your work. But when you're writing like 4,000 word essays with different threads about, what you've done today, who's got the time to read that? Maybe I'm just being a bit negative here. Maybe it is a good thing and people can kind of interact and it's for a certain audience. But I do think when it's just bragging, it does come off a little bit like, pretentious and a little bit arrogant. But again, I haven't spent too much time on there, so I can't give like a full opinion. Just from the posts I seen, it was just full of like Stephen Bartlett just bragging about how rich he is. POV, your dream is to become a Premier League steward. Dream on, fella. Dream on. Every single time I go to the match, I don't think the stewards move that much. Too much fidgeting. Right, how am I meant to watch the match when I've got you breakdancing in front of us, doing all, not having it? Dream smaller. I don't mean this to like sound, kind of like I'm pitying them, because I'm really not. But I do feel sorry for the stewards sometimes that they can't just watch the match. Like if it was up to me, I'd be like, yeah, just watch the match, but just like keep an eye on us as well. Just be like, just keep checking in on us. You enjoy yourself as well. It's cold. You shouldn't have to watch us. From a steward's point of view, when you look at people, you're just kind of looking at people go, like, that's just, it must be quite funny. If any stewards are watching, that do any game at any level, do you kind of pick one person to stare at, or are you just kind of looking at loads of people? Is it awkward? Do you ever get, surely you get like awkward eye contact with people a lot of time. But yeah, I just wish they could watch the match with us, pull up a seat, turn it round.
This is just a polite message for the man who works at Morrison's who substituted our spaghetti bolognese pack for chicken casserole. I hope you get AIDS. And I'm talking about the really bad AIDS. Enjoy. No,
I'm not going to enjoy that. I do like that he, specified really bad AIDS, not just, the weekend AIDS that some people get, the casual one. Yeah, please tick the intense box, please. It is one of life's greatest miseries in the first world when, you do click and collect and something gets substituted that you really didn't want. Like, sometimes it's like, just one milk for another milk, and you're like, that's totally fine, I can get on with that. Like one ready meal for another ready meal. But spaghetti bolognese was it for chicken casserole. That's criminal. That's a terrorism act. That's 5 years in Broadmoor, man. However, chicken casserole, spaghetti bolognese. Oh, come on. The thing is, they definitely knew what they were doing as well. well. You know, they were like, I'm just going to cause absolute carnage in this household. It's just because I've been like this before, where like, I'm like, oh, what? Why have they give us gherkins instead of tomatoes? This has ruined me day. Oh, such a first world problem, that, like.
If you think you're no f***ing normal, or you've got problems, by the way, go on a bus journey. Go on a f***ing bus journey, especially one in Ayrshire. Go on one of them and find out all the calibre of cunts on these buses, by the way, and you'll go like that, you'll look at yourself and go like that, I am alright. I'm f***ing normal, by the way, because the cunts on buses are f***ing cuckoo. They're the happy buses, by the way. Every bus, you just get it's f***ing as loud as Wayne screaming, coughing all over the place and all, and you're going, you know what? I'm unnormal. I'm f***ing normal, because this is a normal way to think. Looking at these on these buses and go, you're not right in the head, mate. You've got f***ing issues. Shut the f*** up. Calm down. Stop coughing and spluttering and give every disease. These buses are f***ing horrible, by the way. The worst things in the f***ing world. So, if you think you're not right in the f***ing head, get on a f***ing bus. They're f***ing disgusting, and the people on them are f***ing arseholes, by the way, pure arseholes. They just get louder and louder as the bus journey goes, and they get cough all over the place. They're disgusting bastards.
Me face is it. Oh, me face is it. God, that was funny. I don't know if it was the Scottish accent or what. It was just so deadpan. You're not thinking you're normal. Get on that f***ing bus journey, eh? I know it sounds horrible, but a lot of the times it is true. You know, like, I'll be like, oh God, I think I'm like, you know, I think I've got like issues or whatever. Like, I think I'm just not right. And then I'll see someone come on the bus that, you know, you just don't want them to sit next to you, right? We've all been there, you know, for people that, you know, get the bus often. We've all been there on like a pretty empty bus. And, you know, there's plenty of places to sit. Someone gets on the bus that comes on screaming and that, and they sit next to you. And you're like, oh, you could have picked any seat, man. Any seat. And you've chose the one next to me. Not even a good one. The material on the seat's broken. If anything, you're just doing yourself a disservice. Oh, God. This used to happen to me. Oh, you know, strangely, I don't know if anyone else has had this experience in the UK, but I feel like it happened to me more when I was in school. Like, when I was in a school uniform and I had to get the bus every single day, I would always get the absolute maniac sit next to me. You know, and I know it's not very nice because people do have, you know, certain things going on in their lives. But some other people are just twat, and I would always get the twat. The ones that just come on the bus looking for a fight, you know? This is your sign to not peer over people's phones in the pit. I'm finna be in the pit. Okay, so we have loads of text that I can't read, but the person has responded saying, because like I do want a shag, as I've missed your shags. To be honest. Well, if we're being honest, that's great, you know. If I'm being honest, I have missed your shags. That's a really sexy way to put it, isn't it? God, I feel like this is straight out of Bridgerton or something. Oh, I have missed your shags though, milady. I've missed your shags. That is the most British phrase ever. Do you fancy just like getting back together? I've missed your shags, you see. I've missed your shags, you know. Your shags are great. Can you even like say shags as a possession word? Like your shags? Isn't like shag the event, the process? Like, oh, that shag was great. Not your shags are great. Because then it's like, well, I've got nothing to do with it. Am I not part of this? Our shags are great. That works. Anyway, how did we get on? I don't know where. Sorry, guys. Definitely no package for me today, then. Wait, why? Oh, they're in the... Yeah. Okay. Well... That's great. Me toothpaste is going to be late today, guys. Limehouse Police Station. Could you not deliver the packages first before committing the crime? To be fair, he could have just, you know, committed a crime a couple of weeks ago and he's just been caught. You know, it's just, that's unfortunate, isn't it? Very unfortunate. I mean, at least he's going to be enjoying it in the cell, no matter what it is. Hopefully it's something he can use to escape. The other day, I had someone come to my house with my parcel. Like, they pulled up and then they just didn't get out the car and they just left. But, like, it was my parcel, like, on the track and I saw them outside. But they didn't get out. They just left. And I was like, well, why? You've travelled this way and then you just didn't get out. Like, I watched them pull up. So it wasn't like they knocked on the door and, like, you know, they didn't get an answer. I watched them the entire time and they just didn't I don't know why. I still haven't got that parcel as well. Ordered a bloody Lionel Messi top, but it's still not here.
6, 7 on a Merry Christmas. Who's happy it's Christmas? Boring. Oh, at least he smiled. Didn't get much. Stop being Grinches, it's Christmas.
Oh, you know what? This is the type of person that would sit next to me on the bus, man. But oh, should he have about, you know, my partner? That he been shagging everybody else? You know, I do miss him though. He has great shags. You know, I've missed his shags. Yeah, this would me off, like, if I'm sitting behind you and you're like filming and shouting and stuff, I'm like, oh, yeah, I wouldn't say anything, but just know in my head, I'm calling you every single word possible. Oh, me, in my head, you are a villain. You're a villain. Like, obviously it's Christmas, she's trying to have a nice time, but why she got to film me? Like, why she got to film everyone else? And why she got to kind of create a scene here? Like, it's almost like you're trying to mock me. You know, you're not actually wanting me in the video, you're doing this to take the and show that you can do this. Almost like a power trip thing. I know I'm deep in this too much, but this has happened to me before, and it just kind of makes you feel a bit violated because you don't know what's going to happen with that video. I remember I was on a night out a couple of months ago, and someone like didn't even say hello to us. They literally just came up to us when I was sitting with my mate and went, "Oh mate, hello, how you doing? You alright?" But he's like, camera was videoing and flashing, and then he just left. And I was like, well, don't know where that's gone. I think I said like hello or something. I don't even know I was I was like, oh, you alright? I was just like so in shock. But that video is somewhere in the wilderness now. Probably on someone's Snapchat story or something. I just think it is a little bit odd where, you know, you film people and they're the main part of your video and you haven't asked permission.
Gone on to publish a further more than 14... Oh, I'm going to start. Sorry, do not ever hear me saying the F word.
Oh my god.
Well, David Williams is...
Oh, so... Wait, was this live? Why didn't they cut that? I know the news says it's live, but isn't it like, you know, 10 seconds or whatever behind so that they have time to, you know, cut anything out that needs to be cut out? Did they just miss that? I kind of like this. I would watch the news more if the, you know, the newscasters had a little bit more, like, you know, humanity about them. Like, they seemed a bit more human rather than just kind of like an AI robot that just reads a script. I know that's what the news is, but I kind of like seeing her just kind of mess up. I rate it. You know? She should get a raise for this. Like, oh, I don't even know what's going on. Something's happening with David Williams. Yeah, honestly, girls, you've just passed it. You know, this is what the kids do now. Do you know on like the nature documentaries, like what David Attenborough does, and a bird, sometimes they like dance for the other bird, and that bird's like, oh, you're meant dancer, like, do you want to have kids? This is what, you know, guys do now. They get their watches and they put Ciroc over it, goes on the Snapchat story, and that's him basically saying, do you want a piece of this? Do you want what I've got to offer? My watch gets wet, you know, shows it's real. Okay. This happens too much. I've actually witnessed this in real life as well. This won't mean anything to anybody, but there's a club in Newcastle called Tup Tup Palace. And on arrival through the curtains, I saw someone doing this straight away, and I realised that I would never return to this establishment. I was like, yeah, I just don't think this is my vibe. Like, I don't even know what this means. Like, does it show that it's real or something? To anyone that does do this, what is the actual reason that you waste alcohol on that? Like, what happens if it's fake? Does it, like, disintegrate? Like, I'm so confused why people do this. Absolutely buzzing with my new tattoo. Who was the tattoo artist that did this? You know, they've got no answer for their crimes as well. Why would you get any political party, you know, tattooed on you? Never mind, right in the middle of your bloody belly as well. Like, imagine you started chatting to this guy and you're like, oh, this guy's fit as hell. Take his top off and you're like, oh, what? Bro sucks off Nigel Farage. Lol, saying 6'7" outside primary school. What now?
6'7". 6'7". 6'7". 6'7". 6'7". Yeah, but
brother, no, you cannot be doing that. Even if you were being nice, no, it's weird. I'm sorry, it's weird. Even if you didn't have weird intentions, it's weird. I'm just thinking if it was my son or daughter and there's this random bloke like outside the gate saying 6'7". No, mate, you're alright. You're alright. Move on. Shut up. Go to where you're going. I feel like he took this detour as well to say, am I being too harsh? No, I'm not being too harsh here. I know I'm thinking of the worst, but your mind goes to the worst. Like, just don't do it. What are you doing? Bro, you actually can't do stuff like this? I don't know. I think that's a bit touchy. People are saying, how is this weird? I just think he might not meant to have been weird if we're being, you know, fair here. But it just is. Like, seeing children and saying 6'7" outside of the gates, like, the teachers are going to be looking going, yeah, I don't feel comfortable with this. I think you should just walk past and just, if they say hello, you know, obviously you can be like, oh, you're right, and then just keep moving. But filming it, and I don't know, it just doesn't sit right with this. Let us know what you think. I don't know if I'm sticking to me guns here. It's weird. It's weird. Your parents tell you that your oldest brother was actually adopted, so it means it's not weird anymore. Again, I don't know, mate. I think it is. I think it's very weird, actually. Were you, like, thinking about doing it beforehand? You know, like, surely you were, and you were like, oh god, if just we weren't brothers. What? We're not. Alright, come on then, pull your pants down, let's go at it. I've missed your shags. Sorry, I gotta stop saying that, you know, just what am I saying? I think I'm losing me marbles, you know, guys. Honestly, like, in the video we did on the updates of legendary memes, I meant to say, if I was a judge on The Voice, I would be turning around all of the time. And I actually said, if I was a voice on The Judge, and I just didn't even blink an eyelid. I was like, yeah, that is totally right. If I was a voice on The Judge, man. Anyway, back to the incest. What possesses somebody to actually post this, you know? Like, even thinking it, you've got to question yourself and be like, am I okay? Do I need, you know, a little bit of help? But posting it for everybody else to see, I just think it's, I just wouldn't want to turn me back to you, fella. I would hope that I was related to you just to, you know, rule anything out. I am starting to worry about British people, or just people in general. I think people are losing the plot at the moment. Maybe they were always losing the plot, but now we just have so many social media apps to post things. Now we just see it in front of our eyes. Hopefully, that is the reason.
Morning, Jade.
It's alright, I'm taking you to the boat. You're just the last thing to
No, I'm just saying morning.
For anybody that does need a translation there, I think she said, if you don't mind, I'm gonna call the police now because you're harassing me. That's what she was saying. This one, I don't actually know if the person is an idiot for like shouting. Maybe they are. I don't know this person. This is my first impression of them. Maybe they are dickhead. But I don't know, like, and the neighbour filming them and like saying, oh, hello, like, clearly they've taunted them before. Like, if the neighbour filmed me and went, oh, you're right, Cam, I'd be like, it's a bit weird, you know? Why are you filming me? Like, we're next door neighbours, you see me every day.
That really jumps out of today's figures. Now, the police tell me that's down to the way that violent shop thefts have been reclassified, but it's just...
Why did he walk like that? You know, if he just walked like a normal human being, he could have, if he is, you know, pulling a fake sicky day, he could have went off scot-free. No one would have realised, no one would have had any indication that that was him. You know, the chances of someone from his work watching this whilst working would have been so slim. But now the entire internet knows. Now it's got millions of views. Like, why did he go... Like, that's just so obvious. You look like the guy from Grizzly Tales for Gruesome Kids. You know, I used to go... Like, you might as well have walked like that. Would have been less, like, indication of you doing something weird. Anyway, Donuts, I hope you enjoyed this video. I love doing these Brits Being Idiot videos. We've got, like, 7 or 8 in the series right now if you want to go and binge watch them. We've also got Brits Abroad as well, so got loads of that if you want your whole night sorted. I'll see you over there. Bye-bye.
Cam Kirkham, baby.